So here I am back home in lovely Florida. It's been about maybe a week and a half since my section hike. I'd like to just say thanks for watching the video. I know it's a little long. There will be a shorter mix uploading shortly for those of you who don't want to watch a full commentary video. I like to keep things the whole length just to show people that, you know, everything I saw, because my videos again are actually, you know, just to share my experiences and to help other people decide what they want to do. Traveling, stuff like that, outdoors activities. So I'm not doing this for money. I'm just doing this to share because I learn a lot from YouTubers. I learn a lot from people who document their journeys. So I like to give back and show people what I did in full context without, you know, chopping everything up. I do appreciate the artsy videos, but it's a lot of work to do those. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Approach trail. I am about 1 hour into my hike and already sweat my ass off. I decided to do the approach trail and hike up the stairs to Amicalola Falls, and yeah, that was beautiful. But of course, It's straight up a cliff. So, stayed at a hostel around the bend last night. Excellent atmosphere. Had a bunk. Slept really well. Got a shuttle to the park entrance. There's a handful of through hikers starting with me. A couple of section hikers. I do not have my hiking legs yet. Man, the plan is to do 11 miles today. I think that's a pretty daunting first day for me. Not really hiking in elevation too much. So we'll see. I got several points along that path that I could set up camp if I don't make it 11 miles. But as of right now, it's only 10 a.m. So as long as everything's not uphill, I think I should be able to do it. And right now the weather was like mid 30s this morning when I woke up. Right now it should be about 40, 45. But I was definitely sweating coming up those stairs. So I had to shed a few layers already. And supposed to warm up a little bit the next 2 days. Then pretty much a threat of rain every single day this next week. So might have some rainy days. But couldn't ask for better weather right now. So let's do this. Georgia, AT section hike. Goal is 107 miles. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, good evening. Good evening. So I did about 11 miles today. Started at the Birch Trail, made it through Springer Mountain, and now I'm at the Stover Creek campsite. Right behind me is the illustrious bathroom accommodations. It's actually quite nice. And then up here is the shelter, tent spaces and stuff like that. So I had a good day. Pack was a little heavy. Hopefully I can lighten that up in the next couple days because it's heavy. And feet did pretty well. Sure they'll be sore tonight or tomorrow. But overall, I'm impressed with the trail. Definitely some rocky sections, some steep climbs. You know, not like out west, but you know, surprising straight up the hill. You know, kind of thing. This is my planned campsite, so today was a success, and we'll keep it at that. So I'm gonna go cook some food and relax. Fire's already started. There's a couple through hikers here. I think there's about six people here so far. Maybe a couple more coming in. Who knows? And so far, friendly group. See you tomorrow. It's about 8:45. I just left campsite about maybe, I don't know, 20-30 minutes ago. Spent the night at Stover Creek shelter in the hammock, and it was great. Had a nice fire, good company. What else? It got pretty windy last night, but it's crazy because most of the wind didn't even make it to our tents or stuff, so it was really loud. But only every 30 minutes or so an actual gust came through the campground. It started raining around, I'd say 4 a.m. off and on till about 5 a.m. And this is actually so far my 12 miles I've done so far in this trail, including the approach trail. Stover Creek is my favorite part, mostly because it's downhill a little bit, or it's level, but there's a nice soft path instead of a bunch of crazy ass rocks. So behind me is the Stover Creek down there. I'm gonna get ready to filter some water. My plan is to do about 5.5 miles till there's a waterfall site that should do lunch there, and then do another break about marker 8 maybe, and then push on for 12-mile day to Gooch Mountain Shelter. A couple of the guys I stayed with at Stover Creek are going to end up for the same plan, so maybe we'll meet up again tonight. But overall, I'm loving this. It's a little bit humid though right now. So these forests, there's these big giant evergreen trees behind me, and then there's all these rhododendrons. So it's a really, really cool section. Really enjoying it. So, all right, keep on moving forward. So I had a very near mishap. I go to pull out my water filter and cannot find it. Check food bag, check all the pockets I normally have, can't find it. Figured, oh crap, I left it at camp, which is a mile back that way, which is now uphill. So I decided to drop my pack back there and then go packless, start running up the trail. Got about maybe, I don't know, 100 yards in and be like, wait a minute, let's check the rest of my pack. Let's check the very bottom. Shouldn't be there, but you know, came back, tore everything out of my pack. Guess what? The very bottom of my pack, there's my filter sitting right there. How to get there? I don't know, but that's where it was. So now I'm filtering water. Just ate my cold soak. Here's what's left of it. This was granola and instant milk and Carnation instant breakfast milk, the chocolate version. I prefer the vanilla, but I bought chocolate instead because I didn't know what I was doing. And tastes pretty good. A little bit of vitamins, minerals, protein, stuff like that. Start the morning. And just waiting for my bottle to finish, and I will be on the trail very shortly. So it is almost 12. Just finished my first lunch. I'm here at Hawk Mountain Shelter, and I've done about 5.2 miles today. Got about 7.5 miles to go till Gooch Mountain Shelter. Sun's come out a little bit. The breeze is still up, but it goes from, you know, kind of cool to hot and sweltering, sweltering and humid. Just had some lunch, some tortillas and peanut butter, little snack bar, and cold soaked my second lunch for today, which should be in about 3 miles, maybe 4. Yeah, 4 miles, something like that. Then it'll put me on an easy 2 miles to camp tonight. So this is one of the more popular shelters. Well, not right now at least, but this is like the first significant shelter on the trail that most people, when they get to the trailhead, Springer Mountain, they end up staying here the first night. So this one gets pretty popular. Got a lot of revegetation boundaries over there, a lot of string up there, so can't camp there. There's another campsite a little bit before this that has all the campsites, the designated campsites, the tent sites now. So I think there's a few spots here, but for mostly, if you come here, you got to stay in that shelter. Anyways, I'm getting back on the trail. Doing good, enjoying it. It's beautiful weather, beautiful country. I think so. Didn't leave anything? Nope, I'm good. Woo! Kind of wanted to pull out my hammock and sleep here. It's such a nice little spot right now. And actually, this is a little spur trail to Hawk Mountain Shelter. It's not very long. It's like 2-3 minutes. There's actually a flat area up at where the spur trail comes off. That's actually really nice. But I figured there'd be a bench here, and I wanted a nice little picnic bench. Good evening. It is 5:45. I am at Gooch Mountain Shelter, right up there. My campsite is right there behind me. Did 12 miles today. So day 2 in the books. Reached my goal for the day. Haven't had to deviate from the plan yet. It was a tough day. Some of the ascents and descents were pretty rocky, so it was slow going. But overall, excellent weather. It was nice and sunny. And my quads are, yeah, my quads are there. I can feel them. They're alive. They don't want to be standing up anymore. So far, there's probably about maybe 15 people here. But it's looking to be a nice, pretty night. No idea if it'll rain or not. But doesn't matter. I got a good tarp, good setup. These campsites are actually really nice for tents. Not too many hammock campsites that I've found. Everything's all kind of cordoned off. but I made do with, you know, kind of what I had. Anything be good. So, but I do like the like everything's kind of like layered around, and there's these steps. But after climbing all day, the steps kind of suck. So I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm gonna go change a little bit more, change my pants, and then let's have some food and hang out and do my celebratory shot of whiskey, because yes, I brought the whiskey this time. Good morning. Start of day 3. Just leaving Gooch Mountain Shelter, and I've got another planned 12 miles to Woods Hole Shelter, or Woods Hole area, something like that. Don't know if I'm gonna stay at the shelter or there's a campsite a little bit further up. If I'm feeling frisky, I'll try to push it to the campsite further up at about maybe 13 miles. Nice foggy morning. Lots of birds chirping, and slept pretty good last night. It was actually pretty still air most of the night. Wind came up around 3 in the morning, I think. Again, it started raining about 4 again. And slept good. Shelter was kind of busy. I'd say about 15, maybe 18 people there. People said lots of mice were in the shelter. One couple, they started in the shelter, and sometime during the night they set up a tent right behind my hammock. And I went to the bathroom at about 2 a.m. and I kind of got lost because I didn't realize they put a tent up there, so I lost my bearings for a second. I was like, wait, where am I? Because there's a lot of cordoned off areas for revegetation. But otherwise, a nice secluded little shelter. So I'm looking at 12 to 13 miles today. Let's get it. Day 3. Georgia Appalachian Trail. Whew. Little stream crossing. Sun finally came out. Oh yeah. It was this weird, like damp, hot, sweaty, cold morning. Now it appears as though the sun's out and I'm in a drier section of the trail. So my hair is starting to dry out. Shirt's still a little wet, but not nearly as soggy. I'm about, what do I think? I'm 7 miles in for the day. I got 1 more mile till my next break site. Then I've got, I think, 3.8 from there to the campsite. It is 12:45, so I'm making good time. I believe, though, it is a 1,000 or a 900 foot elevation gain from my break site up to the campsite. So we'll see what kind of climbing that is. If it's like this, nice path on the ridge would be great. Hope it's not straight up and stairs, but good afternoon. Whew, tough day. I'm about a quarter mile from camp. Just over here filling up some water before I go into camp for dinner and for tomorrow. So I have to stop tomorrow morning. I am going to Woods Hole Shelter. It's about a half mile off the trail. So this is about halfway. I got another quarter mile left. Whew, didn't expect that, but 12-mile day. So day 3 looks like goal completed, and that's what counts. So we had a lovely afternoon. The sun came out, and there was still a little bit of breeze most of the time, but it was nice. Change of pace from the foggy overcast that I've had the last couple of days. But legs are feeling better. I think I'm tackling the uphills a little bit better than I was before, or they're getting easier for this section. I don't know. But anyways, I can't wait to get my hammock set up, sit down, have a shot of whiskey, put my feet up, and chillax around the fire.
hours.
I just start pouring them in, and whenever they look good, I stop pouring.
I'm just trying to do it.
Well, good morning. Day 4, the beginning. We're at Woods Hole Shelter, and we got about a 2-mile walk to Blood Mountain, mostly uphill, about 800 to 900 foot elevation gain, and then a total of I think 4 miles to Neal Gap, where I'm hoping some delicious food will be waiting for me. Get a little bits and pieces of resupply, but I don't need a whole lot, just minor things. And it was very, very, very windy last night. Leaves were blowing all over the place. I had leaves stuck in my backpack when I woke up this morning. Stayed dry, barely any rain, but definitely howling wind. No critters, no animals, nothing. But I think this is a really beautiful campsite. Very, very beautiful, but it is definitely exposed. I'm gonna say 3, maybe 4 tent sites here that we can see. Plenty of spaces for a hammock though. So if you're hammock camping, Woods Hole campsite seems pretty good. Tent site, maybe not.
Wow, ultralight.
Ooh, good evening. It's 5:15. Me and 2 of the guys are at Hog Pen Gap. It was a tough 10 miles today. We found the campsite, and right as we got here, it started raining again. So I got a tarp set up, waiting to set up my hammock, and been pretty much soaking wet all day long. It wasn't really raining, it was just non-stop fog and mist and moistness and wetness and dampness. So it was a tough 10 miles, that's what I can say. Dealing with little hydration issues. So I might cut my 14-mile day tomorrow into a 7-mile day. Need to up my fluid intake tonight because I'm pretty much sweating nonstop. Like, it's like 60 degrees out, but I'm sweating. So whatever I put in my body, it's just going right up my skin, and I need to correct that before I push 14 miles. So yeah, no fire tonight. This is our first stop that's not at a shelter. This is a campsite right off of the road. It's about maybe, I don't know, 1/10 of a mile to our left. So not a bad campsite. It's just everything's freaking wet. So there's going to be nothing. I'm going to clean up with some baby wipes and put on some dry clothes. And I actually feel like I just hiked the Florida Trail, Ocean Lake Trail, swamp walking, even though it was pretty much just wet air. But all right, that's it for now. I will check back in a little bit later.
Oh, yeah, I gotta see that.
It's just after 11 a.m. Just finished up my first lunch at Low Gap Shelter. Beautiful little area. Nice, very close water. Water source is right here. So that was convenient. Down about 1.5 liters of water. Actually, maybe a little more than that, actually. Hydration feels good. Sun's still out. Well, it's partly cloudy, but compared to yesterday, the sun is out. It's warming up. Dried everything off I need to dry off. I am fully dry as far as I can tell. And it's been a 4.4 mile morning. Got to do another like 7.5 miles. So the goal is Blue Mountain Shelter. And hopefully can do it. Probably take another break in about 3 miles. This morning's hike's actually been pretty good. A couple of easier uphills. No real rock scrambling, nothing like that. Some nice long soft sections where I could push out my stride. The other guys went up ahead. They're trying to push for 14 miles today. I'm only doing 11.7. So all right, guys. Feeling good. morning. I think it's day 6. I don't know. I lost count. Just leaving Blue Mountain Shelter. It's a little breeze right here. Let me see if I can get out of the wind. But it's cold. Cold. It's foggy again. It's supposed to rain. I'm okay with fog, but I don't want to hike in the rain. So it's my first time hiking since the very first mile in this jacket, and I got about 1,000-foot descent before we hit the next gap, which is Unicoi Gap. Then about 1,000-foot ascent right after Unicoi Gap. So looking about an 8-mile day. Gonna try to take it slow today because it feels pretty nasty. A lot of people are moving slow. A lot of people are straggling behind, and it's gonna be a tough one. But still beautiful. Still out in the wilderness. Still on the AT. So let's keep on going.
Day 7? I don't know. Tree Mountain Shelter. Tucked up in my hammock. It was a very wet day yesterday. Very wet. And I have a tough time setting up the hammock because apparently it's fucking windy as shit up here. 4,200 feet of elevation again, or elevation for this campsite. So I had a tough time finding a place that wasn't windy, and found one that's decently sheltered, but still just this general misting all night long. Like the left side of my hammock is damp, but 11 miles till the finish. Hopefully we'll make it tomorrow or tonight. Got about like 2,400 feet of descent to do, or something ridiculous like that. But it's been fun. It's been good. I'm calling it quits at Dick's Gap. I'm gonna do a town day, and then probably hang out for a little bit and enjoy my vacation instead of being damp. But it is another day of fog and just perpetual twilight. So, all right, gotta get up, gotta get motivated. 11 miles. Let's get it done.
Get my last little bit of water. It was about empty. I've got 1.1 miles left, 400 feet of descent to Dick's Gap, and I'm done. The fog burned off. Sun came out. It's partly cloudy now, so it's actually a really nice end of my trip. Got a couple guys up ahead of me, or behind me. They're coming down. We're all going to probably take a shuttle back up to the hostel. And I am looking forward to a shower, and I'm looking forward to some sort of big ass bean burrito and an upside down margarita. That's my reward for crazy hiking in the woods. Don't know why I'm singing. I'm a little delirious because, you know, reasons. But overall, it's been very nice. Very challenging. This trail is no joke. Lots of ups, lots of downs, lots of rocks, lots of roots, lots of slippy, slidey stuff, lots of wet, lots of damp, lots of wind, lots of everything. So if you come up here, be prepared. All right, till dinner. Dick's Gap. Ooh. Man, I was screaming. I was just flying.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.